The modern family SUV needs to truly be a jack of all trades and a master of most of them. Whether it's ferrying the kids to school, or you to work in comfort, or taking everyone on holiday with a boot crammed full of cargo, family SUVs can take it all in their stride. The best in this market offer the sort of high-up driving positions which most buyers love, along with punchy yet economical engines, or electric motors, and all the latest technology. Because of that versatility, it's easy to see why an increasing number of car buyers are shopping for family SUVs. But with so many models to choose from, ranging from different sizes and price points to those with petrol, diesel, hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and electric power, knowing which deserve a spot on your shortlist can be tricky. And that's where this story can help. Of course, choosing plug-in hybrid or electric power for your family SUV can bring advantages, with such models currently very cheap to run as a company car, since their low CO2 emissions translate to cheap benefit-in-kind taxes. Number 1. Kia Sportage. There was a time not so long ago when the Kia Sportage was looked down on by UK car buyers. These days, though, Kia has long since made some of the best cars in the business. And as an all-round family SUV package, the latest Sportage stands head and shoulders above the competition. You can have your Sportage in mild, regular, or plug-in hybrid form, but we think it's the former which makes the most sense for most people. The small amounts of electrical assistance the engine receives is enough to boost your fuel economy to around 40 miles per gallon in real-world conditions, while with 157 brake horsepower, it's punchy enough to get you up to motorway speeds without any fuss. It'll do that even when you've loaded your Sportage full of people and luggage too. And nobody needs to pack light, because the boot is larger than those of rivals including the Ford Kuga, Honda ZR-V, and Nissan Qashqai. The Sportage undercuts most rivals on price too, yet despite that comes loaded with kit, and adds the reassurance of a 7-year warranty should anything go wrong. An intelligently designed center console means the Sportage has plenty of storage space, and I like the generously sized bin under the center armrest. Number 2. Renault Scenic E-Tech. The first electric SUV to feature on this is the Renault Scenic, which officially offers up to 379 miles of range between charges in our recommended long-range form. In our real-world range tests, the Scenic's efficiency figure of 3.1 miles per kilowatt-hour means a range of 270 miles should be achievable under normal conditions, and that's likely enough for the needs of most drivers. The Scenic's suspension has been tuned for comfort rather than agility, with the result being that it edges even the Kia EV6 for outright comfort, and is more supple than the Tesla Model Y. The Scenic's steering is accurate too, and although we'd like it to have a bit more heft, you can adjust its resistance by placing the Scenic into its sport driving mode. Even long-range versions of the Scenic undercut most rivals on price, and there's no need to look beyond entry-level techno trim, because this comes with everything you're likely to want, including 19-inch alloy wheels, dual-zone climate control, and adaptive cruise control. Although there's decent space in the back of the Scenic, I was disappointed to find that I couldn't slide the rear bench backwards and forwards to prioritize either legroom or boot space, like you can in the rival Hyundai Ioniq 5. Number 3. The Genesis GV60. This is a relative newcomer to the British new car market, and is the upmarket sister brand to Hyundai and Kia. As a result, cars from the trio are similar, meaning the Genesis GV60 is based on the same underpinnings as the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6. And despite being the least well-known of the three, in some ways it forms the most compelling package. Its ride strikes a fine balance between comfort and control, making it more refined than the EV6, with less lean than the Ioniq 5 when cornering. All models are fast, but we think the entry-level premium model is best because it trades searing performance for improved range. So while it takes 7.5 seconds to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour, it can travel 321 miles between charges. Inside, the GV60 is by far the most plush of the trio and is adorned with a sensible combination of physical and touch controls, making it very easy to live with. Despite being shorter than its siblings, the GV60 manages to be fairly practical, although it doesn't have as much boot space as its EV6 sibling, and so finishes below that car here. Some GV60s can be expensive, but if you stick with the entry-level premium model, the Genesis represents decent value for money. Unlike its rivals, the Nissan Ariya and BMW iX1, the GV60 has a small but useful additional storage area under the bonnet. It's a feature I wish more EVs had. Number 4. BMW iX3. The BMW iX3, like many other electric cars, is based on the underpinnings of an existing combustion-engined car. In this case, it shares many parts with the equally impressive BMW X3. But developing cars in that way can leave electric versions compromised. Not so with the iX3, though. By placing batteries under the floor, there's no impact on boot space or leg and headroom for rear passengers. And you can even recline the outer rear seats, something you can't do in the Jaguar I-Pace or Mercedes EQC. The iX3's 550-liter boot can swallow 8 carry-on suitcases, which matches the Land Rover Discovery Sport, but is one less than the Audi Q5 can accommodate. Like the X3, the iX3 is great fun to drive, feeling agile and alert through the bends, which is why we favor the more sporting feel of the M Sport trim. Its 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 6.8 seconds is brisk rather than thrilling. But of more interest to most family SUV buyers is the range. Officially, it will cover 285 miles on a charge, more than the Mercedes EQC, although we found 210 to 220 miles is more likely during our testing. Don't fancy an all-electric model? Don't worry, because we rate the BMW X3 just as highly. Being based on the regular X3, the iX3's interior is logically laid out and everything is exactly where you expect. I like the digital driver display because it's easy to read, but it's a shame it's less configurable than the newer version used by the BMW iX. Number 5. Volvo XC40. In many ways, the Volvo XC40 is the purest essence of a great family SUV. The former What Car? Car of the Year blends the practicality, style, and of course, safety credentials for which Volvo is famed the world over. Just here, it's scaled down into more compact dimensions that make it great for more congested environments. Our favorite engine is the entry-level B3 2.0-liter petrol, because it has enough power for most buyers and keeps costs down. The driving experience is relaxed and comfortable with an outstanding ride and a smooth automatic gearbox. You can no longer buy a manual XC40. It's not as much fun to drive as the BMW X1, but it's certainly quieter on the road. Plus, it has mild hybrid technology to help lower your fuel bills. The XC40 comes well-equipped as standard, although we recommend upgrading to Plus trim, which adds heated front and rear seats, a heated steering wheel, and ambient interior lighting. As you might expect, the XC40 scored a full 5-star rating in the Euro NCAP crash tests, coming with a comprehensive suite of safety features including an automatic emergency braking (AEB) system, which can detect cars, cyclists, pedestrians, and even animals. Low depreciation means good PCP deals are available. The XC40's portrait-oriented 9.0-inch touchscreen looks and operates a little like a tablet, with menus that slide and swipe. I like the 12-speaker Harman Kardon sound system too, but that's only available in high-spec Ultimate models.